So my task of trying to get through my thoughts in the limited time I'm giving myself continues. So today, things like Norway is banning circumcision for boys, and Jews and Muslims are making a fuss out of it. I say good that Norway is banning that, because circumcision is not beneficial unless you actually need to have that procedure done medically instead of religiously. What they say is that circumcision is like the core tenets of their faith, which is stupid as bitch, and is no justification of torturing and mutilating little children, boys especially. So yeah, that's the thing. And additionally, am I going in a circle again? Yeah. Additionally, I remember a story about, I think, when Britain was colonizing everything, and they colonized some Africa, and they brought their better law to Africa, and they caught people who burned witches. So the issue is, the defense was that the Negroes say that it's their tradition to burn witches, to which... Oh, I have to freeze it probably. That's interesting, that never happened yet. I figured it out again. Once more I managed to figure the puzzle out. That just looks weird, and it's not done yet. Oh. So, I think we've just experienced water being not rendered anymore, and instead there's effects of freezing and ice being rendered. But not smoothly. There was no water and then it was freezing. Amazing. Yeah, so the story is that they say it's a tradition to burn witches, to which the judge says it's a tradition in their country to put people who burn witches in jail. I think that's how it went, because that sounds reasonable. I don't know if it wasn't that the judge said, it's a tradition in our country to kill people who kill witches. Which would be more like, you know, on level. Shit, that's not good. Oh, whatever. Good enough. Christ. And I completely don't remember the controls for melee attacks. I'm gonna melee attack him forever. There we go. Well, considering what a horribly mutated voice it has and how it growls at us all the time, oh, that went well. Of the noise of him losing his arm sounded... Oh, that's not good. That's not for me. Unless I avoid it. That's interesting. Environmental hazard. Good. Do him. Kill him. Where's the prompt? Fuck. Seriously. This guy is like... Well, I can't show you because the corpses disappear. I guess it's a performance issue. So what the fuck right now? There was a train speeding that went right through here, didn't break the ban, and stopped dead in its tracks. That's not how physics work. You can see it's still sparking. Supposedly it's still braking. So that's another good effect. Maybe somehow you can explain the ban by it opening in time and then closing right after it passes and stops dead in its track, about 5 meters forwards behind it, 5 meters behind it, something like that. Yeah, so that guy that disappeared was halfway through the transformation into that other guy that had this meat collar around him that looked more muscle-like. Can get up here. Maybe we shift? No, no, of course not. And I'm thinking that the judge was rational about all this. Come on now, do I have... Is it around? Do I have to make progress? Sometimes I have to... Oh, I ran out of sprint. Or maybe I'll just do the glaive thing. That works well enough. That's a good opportunity to reload. And I'm hoping that the judge was rational and just was talking about... Because, like, he was talking... Oh, I meant to do that. He was talking about being rational. Come on, that's what you do. Right in time. Good, that's good. So the judge was trying to be rational and talked about putting people in jail instead of murdering them. But it would be more poignant if he said that they killed. Fuck. They kill for that in where he's from. I think. Jeez, their shots are really powerful. God damn it. Really annoying. Shoot now. Good enough, I guess. I'm gonna get killed. Everything's shooting at me. Well, there we go. I can't shoot them back because I don't have the ammo, and I can't throw the glaive quickly enough because I have to aim. Fuck. So yeah, Norway. More power to Norway. I hope Norway will succeed in banning fucking backwards religious rituals in Norway. That would be step in the right directions. Like a presidents in a... I think that's just a paralyze, which is bad. No, I think that killed him. I think, possibly. Oh, good. That went well. That didn't even... That doesn't have splash damage, so that doesn't matter. And yeah, hopefully there'll be a step forwards in getting rid of stupid religion, which is all religion, in case you were wondering. And that's that. Now, the other thing, I heard that, I don't know if I mentioned, I did play No Man's Sky a little bit, but my computer wasn't doing that well with it, so I just quit, essentially. And I arrived at playing No Man's Sky once they already patched in like what was it, cruisers or freighters, more like freighters, and bases, so there was actually something to do in the game, and they keep on patching it. So as we all know, they advertised it as the best game ever with multiplayer and everything else. And very soon we've learned that the story behind the game, as in the story in the game, the plot, is that you try to reach the galactic core, and once you do, you just reset everything. So the ultimate goal is just a reset, which is pointless. So essentially there is no end, and it's not a good thing because there is not enough things to do in the game to warrant such a playtime and shit. So the ending is disappointing. It's just you reach the center of the universe or a galaxy, hoping to discover some mystery, and it just brings you back, and it's not an end because it just brings you back and lets you keep on playing. There is no closure to that. That was the original ending, and then lately they've introduced a story mode where the solution, fucking bitch, where the solution is, well, finale. How do you say it? The resolution of the story is that it's all simulation, which is equally non-satisfying or unsatisfying. So, my thought about it is that it's still not the game they were advertising at the beginning, so nothing new there. But I think that it would be an interesting take, interesting spin, if they decided to keep on doing patches or whatever, expansions or whatever they call what they're doing right now with the game. And keep on developing it, essentially. But it would be interesting if what they did with No Man's Sky was a platform for creating stories. Even if it's not for modding, even if it's not for modders to mod their own stories, like in the Elder Scrolls series, or essentially any Bethesda game, really. Even if it wasn't available for modders, for community to create their own stories, it would be interesting if they were just continuously piling up plots on the platform that is No Man's Sky. I think that would be interesting, but they won't come up with it. They won't figure it out. So we're stuck with that. Now, scrolling this, which is impossible. VX Carbine? No. Fuck. 6,000 off. That's what I wanna buy. That's what I wanna buy. No, don't confirm that. I don't wanna waste money. At least not yet. I usually don't waste money. So, nothing, yeah. 6,000 more rubles. I'd love to find them soon and finally get that. How much was it the last time how much money was in the last pile I picked up? Like 3,000, which means I'm gonna have to look for it. I still won't be able to buy it soon. Oh, communism. So yeah, maybe it's a good idea to make a petition for them to like keep on developing some kind of story and continuously play different stories on the platform of No Man's Sky, space and that shit. Because seriously, simulation is pretty much equally as lame as the black hole that just resets everything, essentially. So it's disappointing. Like everything you do, it doesn't matter because it's oh shit. It's a big one, or is it just a different one? Well, I fucked it up anyway. So now, find yourself a way around. Not fuck. Bleed for me, bitch! I think something's shooting him. Other than me, or himself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. And there we have this one. Oh yeah, also, that reminds me. So, what do you think? How do I say this? There is fiction where things go invisible. And it's often for drama represented as the thing that goes invisible, and the people that observed it go invisible have no idea what just happened. So my first instinct, that's pretty much provable when you're playing World of Warships even. Stupid shit-ass fucking game made by fucking shit-ass communist Russians, or Ukrainians or whatever. Eastern Bloc. Most important, I think I'm out of ammo, at least out of reload, which isn't good enough anyways. Can't fight you. Kick his balls. Could really use another gun, man. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Oh, there we go. There. Hey, so. What was I saying? Yes. When you go invisible, what would be your first instinct? Would it be that you shoot the place where the thing just was at? I would. So when the thing goes, like with the monster here. That's fine. That's like with the monster here. You should. I throw the glaive where the monster is, and it doesn't hit him. Because the asset is just despawned. When you do it in World of Warships, when destroyers throw smoke to cover themselves, to disappear essentially, literally. The fuck am I? Never mind. Never mind, who the fuck cares? You're not interested in the story, you're not interested in this entire fucking playthrough. Be interested, okay? I need that. That's useful for me. Anything else here? And what was I saying? Yeah, so when destroyers disappear, you still either understand how far or how fast they were still going, which means you know where to shoot, or you saw them stand still and disappear, and you know where they stand, so you shoot there, and often you do actually hit. I still didn't reload, did I? No, that's not gonna be relevant. Did he fire 12 times or only 6? Oh, shit. Finish. Good enough. Be quiet. Gotta wake up Mama. Yeah, and they just despawned that lizard thing, whatever mutant. And it's annoying. I don't like that. That's really counterintuitive. Because in movies, they show you, for instance in the movies, they show that something disappears and they're just dumbfounded and don't know what to do with themselves. And they just look at they were just looking at it and now they're completely lost. They're looking all over the thing, all over the place, just to find it. What is it? Stopping power, whatever. There we go. They're just looking everywhere, all over the place, and they're not seeing it because it just went invisible. You just should. In Predator, it's depicted well, which is that they start shooting when the thing was, and they actually hit it, and no one else can figure that tech out, which is dumb. Yeah. So another thing that I wanted to tackle last time actually was that the previous time, the time before the last time, and I released a video when I talk about deepfakes and your USA school shooting, and it was age restricted, which I discovered on accident as usual. Oh, what the fuck is this one? Oh, it's this one. It looked bigger. Oh, this one. Wow. All the surprises. Good. What is this thing? So, was that a human once? It looks like a fucking ferret. Mutated ferret. Biological weapon. It's like Resident Evil, only different. It's completely, exactly like Resident Evil, only not at all. Well, that's not the button I wanted to hit. Whatever. Fine. What would you do if you had got like some dangerous pellet shooting flower petals for hands? I'd be mad. Like the entire concept of having a gun instead of your hand is stupid, because I like the option of being able to grab things with both hands and stop having a gun when needed instead of my hand. Oh. That's good. Oh. Will that help? No, because it decided not to. Shoot. It's as if it learns, only it never met me. Because everything that meets me dies so far, fortunately. Anyway, what was I saying? Guns for hands. I wouldn't go for guns for hands. I would go for hands that turn into guns, because I can turn the back, but having one or the other is a dumb idea. I don't like losing options. It's like... No, it's... Oh, great. That was money. I knew I saw some flashing, but it was money. How much? Not enough. It was 3,000. Just like I predicted. The future is now. I predicted money, and so it is. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go for that. Like, the only thing that won't lose functionality when you change it for the most primitive, even the most primitive, like mechanical augmentation or electronic augmentation, would be eyes, because all you do with eyes is see. You don't touch with eyes, you don't detect heat with eyes. That'd be something I'd go for. Anyway, the video was age restricted, and did I just gotta save? I'm not certain now. Was age restricted. The best idea would be to die. The best idea would be to just do the thing. Okay. Oh yeah. So it pours water now. So supposedly, there it is. Something cold to freeze it. Like that. Good. Glaive goes through it anyways. Yeah. It was age restricted. Fortunately, all you need to do is click that you want a manual review or something like that. Well, you have the option to appeal that, is what I'm saying. And I did that, and it's no longer age restricted. Although I talk about mass shooting and porn, it was de-age restricted because there is no visual representation of that. There isn't even bikini. Even though the game is about shooting monsters and cutting their heads off, there is nothing about mass shooting in schools or porn. So that's good. Good idea. It's a good thing that I just stood there. I could just use the shield again. Well, and there I go. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? Because, again, time's running low. Where am I? Fuck's that? Was this one different? You'll never know. Just lighting, probably. Textures, probably. It doesn't matter. You can vault over one band and not the other. Good thing I'm not making any money off the videos yet, because I think I'd be in trouble with that video being age restricted and not earning anything. So far, I can allow myself to get all the non-traction and get all the non-views and non-demonetization. So, at least I'm not losing much. Good. It would be a problem if I was a serious YouTuber. Yeah, stay tuned. Subscribe, bitch.